The main issues in my ward would be, probably the biggest single issue is housing. By far, after that then it's deprivation, and it's deprivation of the area. It's an area with a lot of inner city problems, a lot of housing issues, a lot of neglect unfortunately over the years with derelict buildings, and that the consequence antisocial behaviour that brings. And realistically, a lot of those issues come down to poverty, they come down to issues of unemployment, they come down to issues of poor housing, lack of opportunities, and they're things that affect people then and have consequences for an area. It's an area typical of many communities that are inner city, where you have a mixture of a lot of new Irish, a lot of local established people in the community, and large local authority housing areas. So with the sort of lack of funds for local authority housing over the years, that's built up an awful lot. So a lot of people are staying in substandard housing, rented accommodation that isn't ideal, that's overcrowded, and that creates a lot of sort of social stresses in the area. So
how can that be addressed then?
Addressed by a number of ways. One is, I suppose, long-term planning. Two, a more social housing building programme to try to take some of that strain off, with hopefully the upturn in the economy that'll improve it. And also there needs to be a significant regeneration for areas like Blackpool, where there's an awful lot of derelict buildings, so maybe something to try to improve that. There are some local schemes that are slowly beginning to happen, but we need to see an awful lot more, because then once you make that more attractive for people and families to live in an area, then that has, that spreads out. At the moment, you're seeing a drift of young families from the area, and then that's not good. You need a social balance, you need a social mix. One of the big land banks that Cork City Council owns is in Blackpool area, and hopefully over the next couple of years they're going to develop that to sort of keep families into the area, because the school numbers are declining and there's not enough play areas. And if you can try to improve that balance, that has a good long-term effect for the community. And it's happened in other areas, like Ballyphehane is a very successful example of very good social housing that has matured. It's done very well, it's very well supported, and hopefully we can get that in other areas of the city.